and it did not, I don't think. It might just be that we stream on Twitch today, since I can't seem to figure this out. Are we back? Okay, we're back, I think. Alright, I'd love to say, hey, if you're in chat, text and let me know what you see, but there's nobody here. So, that's okay. No problem. What I'm gonna do, what am I looking at? I am looking at the wrong one. I think we're back up on both. It looks like we are offline according to that. So maybe we'll just do Twitch. I'm going to do it for 2 more seconds. Yeah, yep. Okay, we'll figure that out later. So we're on Twitch instead is what we're doing right now, apparently. Which is fine with me. Let's go. We'll figure the rest of it out later. Okay. So we just try this and see how this goes. Hello Twitch, welcome to your first solo stream. I'm new to this whole streaming thing, obviously. Which is also I don't know where I'm going. Yeah. So, especially in these early streams, I'll figure things out as we go, and it's all good. But, so we are in the Popcorn roleplay server once again with our character Casey Kellum. And, still trying to grind for some money. We got up to, we didn't make our 200K goal yesterday, so we're going to try to make up some ground with that today. But we're also just kind of chilling out in the city and see who we run into. Maybe make some new connections. At the end of yesterday's stream, it got kind of... Casey was awful tempted to do a little shoplifting or whatever. He was buying a new phone, and there was some really interesting stuff, of course. Sorry. And the store behind locked doors. Now, I don't have any lockpicks or anything. I don't even know how to unlock doors. But I gotta tell you, Casey got a little tempted. One of the things I do wish people would do on their phone, and this is a Casey trait, but it's also a me trait. I'm good with faces, I'm not so good with names. And so I make these contacts. I wish they would put profile pictures in their phone. So when I talk to people, I can kind of remember who they are. The other thing with and this isn't me, but it's a character trait that we're introducing with Casey. I'm going to play with a little bit. Sometimes he's a little forgetful. I'm kind of hoping that might lead to some fun player interactions. Maybe he's got, I don't know, some sort of short-term memory loss issue. Oh, this one is a pain in the ass. Because the drop-off spot is in that garage. How are we going to do that? Oh, no, it's not. It's right here. Okay. Let's see if I can make this. I thought you actually had to put the trailer in the garage. I swear I've seen that somewhere. Maybe it's not a problem. So I'll have to figure out, and really I just wanted to play, so I'll figure out the YouTube thing later. But apparently somehow I was sending it twice, which is why at first I thought I was streaming twice. I'm not streaming, or I wasn't on YouTube twice. I was I don't know what I was doing. Okay. Well, let's pull all the way forward. And then come over here. Nope, 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 nope. That trailer did exactly what I didn't want it to do. We might say to hell with trucking and go back to dumpster diving. Lately, that's been more profitable. There we go. Okay. So yeah, what I was saying was I have upgraded, that might be the word, it might not, I haven't decided yet, but I have switched over and started using the Elgato, whatever it's called, their new mixer software, Wavelength 3.0. And a big reason that I did that was because I wanted more control over my output mixes. So the plus side of that is, for example, I can have music in my ears. The downside of that is I don't hear exactly what you hear, and I can't because there's so much latency in the mic. I mean, I can switch over and check on it from time to time. But that gets kind of weird. I have to really think about what I'm doing, right? That's weird too. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know. That also means that I can send my mic with like noise reduction and stuff in game, so that way my computer noise isn't going to my, you know, to other players and so on and so forth. But the latency is the big killer for me there. Like, it's driving me nuts, not monitoring myself in real time with the effects. Hello, train. So I might end up with a different solution. I do like how easy the software is to use. Most of the free VSTs I like. The one that I'm not real fond of, and I ended up not using, was their noise reduction one. It's a little too harsh to me. So I went and found a different one that I've, VST3 that I put in. We'll see how we feel about it when we listen back. But I like buttons and knobs. I used to, when I was younger, I was in audio production. I was in broadcasting, right? I started off life, my first real career was as a disc jockey. That's what I did. And that led to a career in audio production. Now this is a whole different animal because it's not that kind of deal. If it was, I'd be trying to build a, you know, soundproof studio, and this is more for my fun and hobby than anything else, right? Anyway, the point is like with a compressor, I like having knobs that I can adjust. When I used to record, I'd like being able to ride the gain. And it's kind of hard to do that with software, especially when you're playing a game and streaming and managing chat, and it's just too much. So I'm trying to simplify it and just get something that's good enough. And this seems like this could be a solution, especially with programming in a few hotkeys for some of it. All right, first little trucking job done. Very nice. Made however much money we just made there, a little bit. What do we got next? I can't do any of those yet. Floor plates. I can't go that far. No, no, no. Might do the carrots. What else we got? Looks like it's got to be the carrot. How much? So kind of, and I explained this yesterday, kind of what I'm doing is I'm looking at the distance versus the money. And if it's not at least $1,000 a kilometer, I'm not interested. And the higher, the better. So even though that carrot run was kind of short, I think that's the one we're going to do. Because the money's pretty good. Where did it go? Don't tell me it reset while I was scrolling. Floor plates. Where did I find the carrots? Right there. So it's only 2 kilometers, but it pays 2,500 bucks. That's not bad. So what else has Casey been up to? Not much. Well, I guess if you caught the end of yesterday's stream, Casey died. And that really sucks, because in popcorn, you lose everything. And when I'm potentially expecting it, I don't carry a lot of stuff on me, but I wasn't expecting it. I was trucking. I had a fair amount of stuff on me. And I was just exploring, and I fell into the void. And of course, there's no EMS on, so you got no choice but to respawn, and lost everything. That sucked. But it's roleplay. I mean, that's part of the deal, right? And it's okay. Other than the fact that I lost a gun, I lost my skateboard, and they're all replaceable. It's just annoying. Lost a few things I found in dumpsters. Lost a lot of food. Make your turn, Casey. And I'm enjoying trucking and want to get my money up a little bit more. Look out, look out. But I think it's time to start stretching our legs and find some more RP opportunities, right? And I've been thinking about that a little bit because I've got a couple of ideas for Casey, but over my morning coffee today also, well, I've mentioned it, I don't know if it was yesterday or a different one. I've got another idea for a character, and I was kind of brainstorming him today and developing him some more. And I feel like he's probably about ready to introduce. It's just I want to make him fun. So I've been thinking about little quirky things about him that could lead to some fun player interactions. And I came up with several ideas today. I want to run past a trusted friend and kind of brainstorm. But that character is also different than Casey. And that Casey is meant to grow and develop within RP, and he needs to have, I'm about to pass my stop. He needs to have lots of growth opportunities. This other character I'm looking at pretty much is the exact opposite of that. Alright, somehow we gotta get in there. Oh. We might get out and look at this one. So I could back in from over there, but is there a way? I don't know. We're going to try it. Anyway, this new character I'm thinking of. I mean, it's not to say that he can't have character arcs and he can't change, because he can. But he is a low-level petty criminal, and that is pretty much all he does. So he doesn't have a lot of growth opportunity. Get the hell out of the way, dude. That sucks to be you. And that's okay, because he's really for fun and shenanigans. But I'm also thinking he's going to have a fairly low intelligence, because that's kind of fun. Basically, if you took... Here was my thought. This was kind of the original inspiration for him. If you think about a Chihuahua, little ankle biter dog, right? Oh. Oh my gosh, I'm not even paying attention. So, Mr. Santos, thank you so much for commenting. You need to finish your trucking script. Just reminded me. You have the honor of being the first real person to talk in one of my Twitch chats. Thank you so much. That means so much to me. I got to start keeping a better eye on that. How long ago was that? That was 3 minutes ago. I am so sorry, dude. What, do you have your own server then, I guess? I have no idea how to do stuff like that, like developing scripts or implementing them. That is so outside of my wheelhouse. I am in awe of the guys that can do that. And that's a gender neutral term to me. So that's how it's meant. And I think it's amazing all the different scripts you can implement into these servers and all the different stuff you can do. That's cool. And what's super annoying about that, well, there's a lot of things. One is I missed my turn. I reconfigured my screen so I can pay more attention to see stuff like both chats. And I just was not even looking. But yeah, developing and making fun scripts is just an amazing skill to me. I am so lost. I could use my map, but I don't want to because I'm trying to force myself to get better about learning my way around the city. Beep, 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 beep. And I'm also distracted because I'm waiting on more packages today. I've got a new keyboard coming in. My girlfriend has... She bought a new desk. I think it's supposed to be showing up today, I think. That's been a disaster. It was supposed to be here Sunday, and it got lost in transit. And Amazon was cool about it. They sent out another one, and they gave her credits. It wasn't for like anything on Amazon. It was just for like movies or music or whatever through Amazon, which was a nice gesture. Thing is we don't really use a lot of that, but we'll find something. Download a movie or something for the kids I can put on our Apple TV stuff. I'm an Apple guy. I mean, I've got not on the computers. I've always been a desktop PC person. But I've got that, you know, Apple phone, Apple Watch, iPad, bunch of Apple Home stuff, Apple TV. I really like the Apple TV. Okay, what do we got? Transport of canned goods. Okay, money. It's short and it's not a lot. That's okay, money. Too far, can't do that one. Might have to be that cheese. The other thing I was playing with from yesterday, when I set up my audio chain on this new computer, milk seems stinky. Use packaging. All right, that's not terrible money. I can't do that. That's too far. That's a shame. All right, I don't want to sit here and stare at the screen too long. I do want to do some longer ones, though, if I can. I'd take that one, but I don't like the money. All right, go back up and pick one of these. We'll do another short one, see if we can find something decent. So anyway, I set up my audio, and with what I thought it should be, and it's kind of a novice... I don't think I can go that far, can I? I can! Awesome. All right, so we're hauling water with this truck. It's kind of a novice issue. When you start messing with compressors and stuff, they start to, when you're listening to it, they start to mess with you a little bit, and you start talking louder, softer, stuff like that. And I was reviewing and critiquing myself. Oh dear, we're hungry. Which means we need to stop and get some food too. let's grab our trailer and we'll do that on our way out real quick. Anyway, so is it, and I don't know, I was talking a lot softer yesterday than I thought I would, and it made my voice, because of the processing, it was kind of muddy. I mean, I've got a deep voice anyway, right? Especially when I start getting a little more into character. You'll see.
Hey there!
Well, hey there. And I don't want it sounding muddy, because that's no fun to listen to. So that's part of what led into this whole redoing the whole audio chain and mixing and everything else. And I think really my end solution is going to start with, I just can't get enough gain out of this mixer I'm using right now. What are we going to get? We're going to get us loaded fries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Going to get us some loaded fries. We'll go ahead and take 3 of those. And what do we want to drink today? Is that alcohol? Doesn't say. I bet it probably is. So knowing that it probably is, let's, well, we've got a Coke. We've got 2 of those. We'll go ahead and we'll do E-Cola today. We'll go ahead and get 3 of those. Oh, I've still got that, I need to take that off of me. That's fine. Okay. You know what? Maybe I need to buy a couple more, because we need to go ahead and eat that. And then we need to go ahead and drink something. Where does that get us? And see right there, I'm doing it again. I'm talking soft, which is fine, because that's me, right? That's what I do a lot of times. I just want to make sure that you guys can hear me okay. I can get one more Coke then. Okay. But, and I know better. I do. There's nothing, look, there's nothing wrong with the mic and the mixer I bought. They work perfectly fine. And for most people, I think they would be okay. I'm just snobby. And what kills me, and I keep saying this, I say this in personal life, I've said it multiple times on the stream, somewhere in this house I have, or in storage, one of the two, get back in the truck. I have an Electro Voice RH20. I have, or had, a Shure SM7B. And I hate to buy another one knowing that I own them, or did. I just can't find them. Going the wrong way again. And then I gave my, I had a pretty decent audio interface. But I gave it to my oldest child for a podcast he does. Now, he doesn't have those mics. He's using some of my mid-level condenser mics and then a couple of, I don't remember. He's got some dynamics. I don't remember if I gave him the Shure SM58s or clones, but it's something like that. And I don't want to use a condenser because my room's just not set up for it. But I might end up trying one anyway one day, just to see. When I used to do voiceover work, I used of course that was a whole different animal, because I custom built a home studio for that. And had I hate using the word soundproof, because there's very few places in the world that are actually soundproof. They do exist. Anechoic chambers and true soundproof rooms do exist. But anyway, it was sound resistant, right? That I would record in, and I used a shotgun mic for that. Which is an extremely sensitive, what they call condenser. If you ever listen to, I don't know who uses what these days, but back in the day, there was a fellow named Don LaFontaine that was, he was the movie guy. He was the guy that was like, let me see, in a world filled with disaster. You know, that was a terrible impression. But it was that kind of thing. He was the movie trailer guy. And everybody used the shotgun mic that he used if they wanted to try to get that sound. But the thing is really it starts with your voice. And ain't nobody got a voice like Don had. I got to meet him once. He was a nice guy. I mean, it wasn't like we were friends or hang out and had dinner or anything. I don't want to oversell it. It was just kind of a, we were at a, kind of a industry convention kind of thing. And he was there and I got to say, hi, how are you? And love your work. And he said, hi, nice to meet you. And, you know, 2 sentences worth of chit chat and that was it. But he still came across as a really nice guy. I guess we're either going to have to stop by the hospital or use some of those garbage dumpster vans. Hang on just a second, chat. sorry about that. Move all my stuff so my arms got room again. And there we go. So that was my relationships get weird sometimes, right? That was my girlfriend's mom's dad. How's that? Anyway, got to do some helping out with him after a while. And that gets kind of weird because a lot of times I will call her my wife just because it's easier, but I feel a little weird about it because we aren't technically married. It just makes life easier for everybody. Plus, it's a little weird saying my girlfriend when I'm, you know, middle-aged. Personal hang-up, I guess. So where were we? We're trucking, and I'm sure I was rambling about something stupid because I do that a lot. So, yeah. Let's see. I think I was telling you guys about the idea for my new character. Basically, if you took the personality of a chihuahua, a stupid chihuahua, and put it in a person, that's kind of was my basis, I think. Which that's amusing for 5 minutes, but you gotta have a little more depth for RP if you want him to have any lasting power. So, you know, I'm going a little farther. He's got to have a good backstory I can fall back on to help guide his decisions. Man, this truck it must be a heavy load because this truck is not wanting to climb this hill. I also did not think I was going to be gone that long. I probably should have shut the truck off, but we've got 84% fuel. We should be okay. So as I said, I'm still learning the streaming thing, right? Audio I get, because I've been doing it a long time. Video is just, my eyes glaze over. I found a lot of helpful YouTubers I've watched that have, well, Reddit, YouTube, a lot of times, like, you don't know what you don't know, so I don't know how to ask the right question for some of it. So sometimes what I'll start with is I'll start with AI. Experience has taught me not to blindly trust what AI says. But quite often I'll start there and then get an idea of what question I actually need to be asking. And then I'll try to go find a more informed source. And that helped a little bit. I think we've got a little bit better quality going. I hope. But in the process of that, I've managed to crash OBS multiple times, and it just screwed up a lot of the stuff I set up, which is fine. I mean, I'm new. I'm allowed to make a mistake or two, as long as I learn from them. Come on, truck. You get going a little faster, we'll kick the cruise control on. Come on. Oh, it doesn't matter. We're getting off in Sandy Shores anyway. And there you go. There's a big difference in the characters, right? Let's take an example. If you're a toddler, or if you have a toddler, mom and dad can tell you, don't touch the stove, it's hot. Don't touch the stove, it's hot. And sometimes that works, but most of the time kids don't learn that, right? They don't learn, don't touch the stove, it's hot, until they touch the stone and burn themselves. They made the mistake. Sometimes mistakes and failures can be our greatest learning lessons. But most kids, once you do it once, you learn the stove is hot, don't touch it. Well, Casey learns, right? Casey learns from his mistakes, and he's smart enough that he tries not to make them in the first place. This other character that I'm trying to develop that I think will be more fun, he's not that way. He'll touch the stove and forget he touched it and do it over and over and over again. And I think that'll be some fun. I just don't want to overdo him, because I also was thinking about making him incapable of lying, but that doesn't really fit in with the rest of what I'm developing. I think quite the opposite. He lies just to lie. I think that'll fit his profile better. Okay, where is our stop? Our stop is somewhere up here. There it is. And which way do we need to be facing? We need to back in. Okay, no problem. We got plenty of room at this one. So we'll pull up in here just a little ways. Excuse me, using your backyard, no problem. Actually, I could have just whipped it around the other way. I'll have to remember that next time I come to this one. You know what I should have done while I was on the phone was gone and get some water. I am a huge soda drinker, and I am trying very hard to get better about limiting how many sodas I have a day, and drink more healthy choices, you know, like water. One of the changes I did make several years ago, for better or for worse, is I switched from, for example, if you're a Coke drinker, I switched from Coke to, well, back then it was Diet Coke, but then they introduced Coke Zero. Coke Zero is my jam, man. I like me some Coke Zero. But there's downsides there too, right? As I tell my kids, it's a sometimes drink, or it's a sometimes food. So I'm trying to get better about that. Plus, I just really like water. I do. I know a lot of people like, there's all those water flavorings and stuff, and that's okay. I don't mind those sometimes. But if you've got decent quality water, I'm happy to just have water. Room temperature, cold, doesn't matter to me. I just like it. Well, I don't think Casey wants to go to prison anytime soon, but I'm anxious to explore it just to see what it's like here in Popcorn. Although there's a private prison too, and I don't know anything about that in real life. Casey doesn't know anything about that in character either, so that's easy to play. We both just know it's there. Did drive by it the other day, but I didn't see, I don't know. Better hope there's not any cops on. 75 miles an hour in the truck. I don't know what the speed limit through here is. I know it drops significantly once you get into the city. And I learned this off stream. I did not realize the casino functioned. And Casey was talking with another player and talked about going to the casino and winning 20 grand. So we might need to go check that out at some point too. Because he told Casey he spun the wheel and won 20 grand. I did not know that was a thing. And obviously neither did Casey, but now we do, so we might have to go check that out. What else did I learn? I learned something else. Well, he gave me some ideas on how to make a little bit more money trucking that we're going to have to investigate. We don't have enough yet, but basically hire a driver. So it starts to earn you some passive money. That'd be nice. Probably can't cut. There we go. Thanks for getting out of the way. So yeah. I'm gonna cut across there. Probably shouldn't, but gonna do it anyway. So what? Oh, they're chasing me. Look at that. Uh-oh. We gotta go. They're still chasing me. What the hell? Go on, go away. Go away. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I apologize. You still back there? Yeah, they're still back there. They're gonna follow me all the way to the trucking center? What the hell, man? No, I think they stopped. They finally stopped, I think. Locals get aggressive. Missed my turn because I turned my head away for just a minute. I've got 3 screens. I've got a dual screen set up for gaming, which is currently doing everything, all the streaming, gaming, everything. I do have a second PC that I'm thinking... My first thought was it was going to become a streaming PC, and it might. Just so far I haven't needed it. So it's kind of just sitting over to my left doing nothing. So I might offload... I don't know. I might let it do one or both streams or offload it for other tasks. I just don't know yet. Get in. Hey. What do we got? How much money we got in the bank now? 113,000. Okay. And then I pulled some out already, so... In my head, when we started this morning, we needed about 50K, I think. Something like that. Hey, that's not bad money. Right there on the top. That's really good money. We're getting better jobs. AK for 6 kilometers or just under, whatever that said. And away we go. And don't get me wrong, I am enjoying the trucking. It's just, it's kind of grindy, right? It's monotonous. And so it would be nice to go find some other things to do as well. More entertaining for me, and if anybody ever happens to watch, more entertaining for them too. concrete trucks. Okay. Settle in for the long haul. No, don't come over here.
Now I gotta stop fucking garbage.
Well, you got into my lane, dude. Maybe I shouldn't do first person in the city. One of the reasons I'm excited about my new keyboard too is, you know the little tabs on the bottom of the keyboard that put it up at an angle? I like those. They help my fingers out. I've got middle finger fatigue on my left hand right now. And being able to adjust my wrist with that and a good wrist support helps. But the tabs on this keyboard, one of them's missing. It's not broken, it popped out. And I have a strong guess, I probably didn't notice, saw a random plastic piece on the floor and probably threw it away. So I'm excited to be able to get my keyboard set up back the way I want it. And I just got to thinking about that. I have a 3D printer. I bet somebody has that design up on one of the websites. Actually, I have 3 3D printers, which is kind of ridiculous, especially since right now we don't really use any of them. We started out with a pair of Ender 3D2s because they were fun. They were the entry-level one to buy when we got them, which was, that was during COVID, I guess. And, actually, technically we have 3, but my oldest boy has one, and it's with him, not here. Anyway. They were a fun entry to the hobby, and I ended up buying a bamboo as well, because I like the bamboo because you come up with a design or download one, and it just works. The Ender is all about the hobby and fiddling with it and upgrading and doing this and doing that. The bamboo really turned 3D printing more into, from a hobby into it's just another tool I can use. And I really like that. In fact, I've got to figure out what to do with the printer. I kind of would like to stick it in this room that I'm in. But the one downside of the bamboo, it's fast, it's great, it's noisy. It's noisy as hell. Which, since we're not using it much right now, it doesn't matter. That'd be okay. But, you know, if we ever do want to use it and do a somewhat longer print, I don't know. I'll have to figure that one out. I'll have to figure out how to do, I don't know, I mean, this is literally my second video on Twitch, and I don't know a lot about Twitch culture or the community. I want to learn, and I will, but apparently when you're live, you can have copyrighted music. I don't understand that, anything about it. But if you're live, you can kind of get away with copyrighted music, I guess. But once it's a video on demand, it can't be there. I need to learn more about that, because I actually do have music in my ears right now, and I don't know if anybody would care, but I wouldn't mind sharing some of it. Just finished up some Creedence Clearwater Revival, and now we're starting... Actually, I don't know what we're starting. It's very quiet at the beginning. Might be Pearl Jam. No, it's Dave Matthews. Where's the spot? Dude, oh, there it is. Okay. I was going to say, don't give me the same problem we had yesterday where it wouldn't show up. Oh, stretch my back. Kind of feel like I'm riding in a trucker chair right now. I'm pretty sure I know how to get back, but we use the tools that are given to us. Let's see, and again, I'm doing that thing I was doing yesterday where I'm starting to talk softer and softer. But I think it's okay. I mean, at least on my end, it's okay. Looking at it and looking at what's coming to you guys, I think it's okay. Let's do something weird. Hang on just a second. Give me just a second. Because what I can do, it's going to mess with me, but I can come over here in my audio output and hear what you guys are hearing. Yeah. Okay, that actually kind of freaked me out because I've got two mixes running into my mix right now. And one of them has music in it and one of them doesn't. Anyway, I turned off my mix, but left my chat mix on. Not that anybody knows what that means, or maybe you do, I don't know. But so I switched to monitor the stream and still had the chat on too, so I'm still hearing music. In fact, on that note, just kill that one because I'm not using it for anything. So it kind of freaked me out because I thought I was listening to the stream and Dave Matthews is singing in it. I'm like, wait, hold up. And I need to refresh my playlist at some point because it's got some good stuff, but it's all kind of not depressing, low-key. That's a good word for it. It's all kind of low-key. And I kind of need some hype music too, especially to keep me awake doing the grind. So we've got to find a path for Casey too, which is another reason I need to do some stuff other than trucking, because we're not very good at it apparently. Holy cow. I run into the gas pump. I don't know if they explode in this server, but lots of videos I've watched of other servers, they do. So I'm assuming they do. Oh, and I backed a trailer into a fuel pump the other day, and it exploded. Not a fuel pump, a fuel tank. And it exploded, so let's be careful with that. Anyway, what I was saying was, it's just some mix that I had Apple Music make for me. And it's good. I like every song, almost every song that's in it. But there are a lot of mid-tempo and low-tempo songs in it, so I've got to pump it up a little bit. She did suggest some sort, not she, it, whatever. Some sort of pump up or get going mix, but that's not what I was in the mood for. I wanted, because it was a lot of pop and I don't know, I don't understand all the music categories everybody uses now. I wanted some rock. Although I like a lot of different styles of music. There's not much I don't like. See, there you go. We went from, and you can't hear it. Why am I talking about it? But I went from Dave Matthews' Crash Into Me into Soul Asylum Runaway Train. Both great songs. But man, give me something upbeat in between the two. You know what I'm saying?
Why don't you blow me?
No, thank you. It's 2026. I don't judge, but no, thank you. That's funny, because that's another, as I've gotten older. No lie, when I was late teens, early 20s, I was really judgmental. Yeah. I very much viewed the world in black and white. It was, this is the right way, that's the wrong way, which led to me making a lot of poor decisions in life. And with age comes experience, I guess, but the world is much more gray. And as I've gotten older, I've gotten much more accepting of, well, everything, really. Just because I choose to live one way doesn't mean it's the right way. It's just what makes me happy. You do what makes you happy. I think that's what's important. Yeah. I do me, you do you. And as long as we don't step on each other, as it were, life's good, right? Look out. Look out. I probably ought to think about eating a sandwich or something at some point, too. That's something bad about me. I get really into doing whatever it is I'm doing, and I just forget to eat. And every now and then it's fine, but... I get migraines. Not often, thankfully, and part of why it's not often is because I've learned what triggers migraines in me. One of them is alcohol, I just don't drink anymore anyway. I mean, every now and then, but not like I did when I was younger. I don't think I can go that far. Let's find out. No, I can't. Okay. And especially, for whatever reason, wine really triggers both normal headaches and migraines in me. It's weird. Not getting enough sleep and not eating are my three big triggers. And every now and then I will do things, I don't think I can do that one either, no, that involve all three, and I pay for it after the fact. So I've learned to kind of not do that. And that's why you will most likely never, ever see me do, you'll see a lot of content creators, streamers do drunk streams. You just won't. And I'm not judging on that. It's for my health is why I can't do that. I keep getting out of the truck instead of putting on my seatbelt and starting the engine. So, and I've been thinking about that too. If we actually ever get anybody watching on a consistent basis, which I hope we will, right? I enjoy watching RP videos. I'm learning RP. I am learning streaming as well. I want to be a part of that community, but baby steps. Anyway, and I'm not talking about being some big, rich, famous. I mean, yeah, that's the dream, right? Everybody dreams of that. I am semi-retired. I enjoy what I'm doing, and If I can manage to make a buck or two a month while I do it, so much the better. But that's not the goal. The goal is to just have fun and hopefully make something that, you know, maybe somebody watches and enjoys. That's the goal. Where was I? I was going. See that? And that's me. I ramble and then I lose my train of thought. We're going to put that characteristic and amp it up into Casey. I know we were talking about migraines. That's all right. I said everything I wanted to say about that. That's boring. Oh, stream ideas. That's right. So, I don't know. I'm looking for fun ways that I can interact with an audience. And there's 8 million things that have been done. And just because it's been done before doesn't mean I can't do it, right? I just want to find stuff that fits me and the community that we're going to build. So, and I don't know what that looks like yet, but we'll figure it out. And the slight other side of that, was I supposed to go up here? Maybe? Damn it. It's time for a break. I hear it, but I don't see it. It's time for a break. I forgot to get my trailer again. What is the matter with me? And there's my timer, or whatever it is, telling me to take my truck back to the garage. Yep, time for a break. So anyway, yeah, I'd like to do some fun things, which a lot of that means that I need to get a webcam. I'm thinking about that. I don't know why you guys want to see me. I'm not opposed to it. I don't have a problem being on a camera. But, you know, at the end of the day, I'm a mid-50s bald guy who doesn't shave. I look like every other mid-50s bald guy that doesn't shave. But I guess we can do it. I missed my turn, I know that, but we're going to go this way anyway. I missed a turn. Let me rephrase that. I could have gone the other way. Let's remember to eat so we don't... Well, that's interesting. Did I cancel out of eating my burger or fries or whatever it was? Or did they not fill me up very much? I don't know. Okay. I cannot believe I forgot the trailer again. I mean, I did that, seriously, I did that like 5 times yesterday. Well, whoever that is doesn't honk back, but that's okay. We can be friends. Or not. Alright, let's see here. Oh. Hey, how you doing today?
Hey. Doing alright, you?
Faking it till I make it, my man.
I know the feeling. My pockets are light right now, too.
There you go. I just did the same stupid thing I've done a bunch of times. I hopped in a truck, I drove all the way to my drop-off and realized I forgot my trailer.
I can't say shit. I've done that at least 5 times.
Yeah, I've done it like several. I'm an idiot, but it's all good.
What's your name?
I'm Casey.
I'm Casey. I'm Grift.
Grit?
Yeah, Grift.
Oh, Grift. Okay, all right. Well, is that your name on your necklace?
Yeah.
All right, well, good. That means I'll never forget it.
Oh, funny.
You been in city long?
Yeah, I'm running a crew and all that.
Oh, I got you. All right, getting into some stuff other than trucking, I guess.
When I have time, yeah.
I understand. All right. So I gotta tell you, I'm trying to keep myself on the straight and narrow, but there's some awful tempting opportunities around here.
Yeah, there are. I
So,
think
but
everybody likes a little bit of trouble in their life, so it's always going to be somewhat tempting.
absolutely. But yeah, I'm still just trying to get a base set up under me, and I'm actually kind of enjoying the trucking thing. So
It's not a bad living if you get it going right.
gives me a chance to explore the city too. I stop, sometimes might find something useful.
Cool. Well, let me get your number. You can hit me up if you need something.
Hey, that'd be great.
All right. Oh, if you need something, let me know.
Will do. Good to meet you, Grift.
You too.
All right, all right, all right. There we go, meeting new people. Oh, got my truck locked. I said I was going to take a break, but I want to do one more and get it done without forgetting the trailer. While the truck warms up, though, well, hang on. Being an old radio guy, that's one of the things. And see, it drives me nuts not hearing what you hear exactly, which is why I got to think about this whole wavelength 3.0 thing. They've got to fix... Where the hell's my trailer? What the hell? Oh, it's back there. Okay. It drives me nuts not hearing what you hear. Like I just took a drink of my drink, and I'm hoping you didn't hear all the drink noises, but I have no idea. And if I listen to myself the way you're hearing me, as I mentioned, is that my trailer or is that my trailer? That is not my trailer. I picked up the wrong damn trailer. What do we do? I don't know how to drop a trailer. How do we drop a trailer? Okay. Can we drop a trailer? Oh, not text. I might have to call Grift, but let's see if I can figure it out on my own first. I guess I could cancel the load. Whose trailer is that? Oh man, see the trailer had a blue thing over it. I should have picked that up. Okay. If we think really hard about our... What muscle? That's weapons. We don't want weapons. We want vehicles. Alright, we know what F does. That... Vehicle weapons. I can't imagine that'll do it, but it might. H for headlight special. Okay, let's try those two. H. No, H is literally the headlights. Nope. X, maybe. Might try X. What else could we try while we're in here? Well, E. Okay. X. Did not do it. E honks the horn. I knew that. G? No. Well, I've managed to turn on my hazard lights, and I don't know which button I used to do that. That's really funny. Man, we have jacked this truck all up. No, no, no. Let's run down the list. We're just going to start hitting keys till something happens. Nope. Alright. I don't want to turn the engine off, so let's skip that key. That gets me back. Oh, that's good to know. Just learned something new there. I'm wearing a seatbelt. What does that mean? What does O do when I'm not wearing a seatbelt? Oh, swap seats. Okay, cool. I didn't even think about using this menu. None of that makes sense. Well, there doesn't seem to be much I can do in this at the moment. Not the driver. Oh, I'm not the driver. Well, how do I get back in the driver's seat? Like that. Okay. Okay. If I do that, nothing. 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 None of that makes sense. Okay. Well, I tell you what, I could call Grift, and I probably should, but since I said I was going to take a break anyway, and I keep making mistakes... Whose trailer do I have? And how do I get my trailer? Because I was going to just park this truck, but I can't do that either. So what the hell do we do? How do we fix this? How do we use the phone, for that matter? Maybe this is a good opportunity. Let's call Griff. Griff, something. Grift.
Hello?
Hey, Grift, it's Casey.
Yeah, what's up?
I kind of screwed up and I hooked up to the wrong trailers. And I can't figure out how to disconnect it.
I believe it's the H muscle.
Okay.
You just hold it, and then it should unhitch.
You, my man, are a lifesaver. I appreciate you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, cool. I figured there was some other trucker out there. I didn't want to steal his trailer, so I appreciate you, man.
All right, have a good one.
See ya. And that's a lesson I have a hard time learning. I don't really like asking for help if I can figure it out myself. And obviously that was one. We hit H, right? But you have to hold it. Long press it. Long press it. Sorry if I just blew out your ears. We have to long press it. Okay. So we got that done. So I said I was going to take a break, and I am. But I don't know if we have a time limit on this trailer. Let's go ahead and get it delivered, and then we'll take a whole break. What is up with that trailer? See if we can get it to stop. I need to check on the porch for packages too. I've got one of those smart doorbells, you know? Except it's not being so smart anymore. It's kind of weird because sometimes it'll tell me when somebody's at the door and sometimes it won't. So I need to get in there and figure out what's going on with it. It's old. We got it before COVID. But I get torn on this. I probably won't buy another one, at least not that brand, which I'm not even going to talk about right now. Because it's got a yearly subscription fee to it that wasn't too bad the first couple of years. But now it's like every year it goes up and up and up. And while it's a nice feature to have, I'm kind of thinking I'm just going to try to figure out how to build my own security system with a couple of Raspberry Pis and some cameras, you know what I mean? And I say figure out how. I've actually already done a fair amount of research into it. It was kind of funny. We had some dude come by, door-to-door salesman, right? This was months ago, but he came by trying to sell us on some... What the hell? Okay, that happened. So much for that truckload. Damn it. That really sucks. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened there. Was that too... I shouldn't have been too tall for the bridge. Maybe I was. Oh well, shit happens. Anyway, we had this door-to-door salesman come, and he was basically trying to sell me a security system. It wasn't like the security company, it was like some no-name something. And the more and more I talked to him, the more I figured out basically all he was doing was providing a couple of cameras and hooking them up to your, to like a Google Home or whatever, and then charging you a monthly fee. And I'm like, dude, I can do that myself. Oh yeah, well, but we blah, 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 blah. Bullshit. I can get online, I can order cameras cheap, which is probably exactly what you're doing. You're marking them up, you're coming in, you're setting them up. Now granted, you're setting it up, which is nice, but then you're going to charge me a monthly fee just for having done all of that. No, bullshit. I appreciate the ingenuity and wanting to run a business, but you got to have some value beyond just hooking up other people's stuff if you're going to charge a subscription. You know what I'm saying? Alright, now let's disappear for a minute. I wonder if he grabbed... I don't know. I guess I need to start getting in the habit. See, I need to start getting in the habit of checking dumpsters. Look at that. We got some cash. Oh, that's what... Grift might... I don't know. I don't know if I trust him yet. But Grift might be a good person to ask about that counterfeit money we have, too. Alright. Hey, see, I need to find some other remotes for you, but the P ones are just too funny, so that's what we're going to keep going with for now. And yes, I know I could make him poop too, but I don't like it as much for this. Let's do it that way for now. Alright, chat, I think I'm going to get me a little something to eat and some water, and I will be back in a minute. Okay, we're back. That was yummy. Thought I was going to have a sandwich, but found some leftover noodles and was that the dumpster I just checked? I think so. Yeah. Found some leftover noodles in the fridge, so ate those. Pretty good stuff. Guess you might need some more food. I have a hardware button for muting my mic if I've got a cough or sneeze or whatever. I don't think I might keybind that just so I don't have to reach so far. Mental note to self. Okay. I had an accident. That's not my trailer sitting out, right? No. I don't know whose trailer that was because it was still sitting there. Alright, so that one is right on par. Let's see if we can find something a little better. That's a nice one I can't do. We'll do that one. And let's try not to blow up the trailer this time. Yes, I don't really like asking for help. That's what I was saying. I like to figure stuff out on my own, and sometimes it's better just to ask as opposed to screwing around 8 million different ways. And I don't really know where that comes from. It's not anything to be embarrassed of to ask for advice or help. I should work on that. Maybe we should build that into Casey. Help some personal growth too. I don't know. Get out of the way, Jesus. Thank you. So as much as I'm enjoying GTA RP, and I am, I actually kind of had the thought this morning, I have not played Rocket League in a long time. And make no mistake, I am not good. Like, I hover between, or at least when I play, it's been a couple of years. And I was hovering, I think I hit diamond once, but mostly I hover in gold. But it might be kind of fun to play. I don't know if that's something you guys would like to see, or, you know, hey look, this old guy sucks at Rocket League. You know, is that something fun to watch? Maybe. I don't know. The only thing I got to figure out there is I guarantee if I'm playing, my family's going to want to play, and I'm not sure I want to put them on stream. We'll see. Because I could keep our voice chat off stream, but then you're going to hear me talking to somebody you can't hear, and that seems kind of stupid. And the older ones, I don't mind being on stream. Because they know how to keep, you know, information private and all. At least I hope they do. I think they do. We've been trying to teach them to do that. But the little one, no. And it's one thing if he gets mad at me and hollers out daddy, but I don't need him hollering out his brother's names, you know what I mean? So we'll see. Kind of the same thing with, we play a lot of Minecraft together as a family. And I don't see streaming that for a couple of reasons. One, I don't think it would be exciting to watch. I mean, you know, and another, it just feels exploitive, even if it was, to be streaming Minecraft with, you know, my kindergarten age kid. But maybe not. I don't know. It just feels weird. All right, where is our stop? I have not been here before. Oh, that's easy. Except that car pulled right in where I need to be. Little bastard. Was that a... No, that was an NPC. Okay. You know, and that's the thing. This is for me for fun. And I don't want to do anything that is exploitive or harmful to my children. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. I know the middle child has an interest in it. There is a... What in the... Did you guys see that? There was a car floating in the air up there by that building, and then it just disappeared. Now it's crazy the things you... And it's not just in GTA RP. You'll see weird stuff in GTA Online, too. Especially back during the bad old days online. When I first started playing online, it's like you could not, if you went in a public lobby, it was filled with a modder. There was a modder in there, and they were either going to screw you over, or in the interest of helping you out, load you down with all kind of stuff. Which, it's nice that you think to give a helping hand, I guess. But it also kind of ruined the experience for me, right? Because I didn't have that satisfaction of earning something. All of a sudden, my account had all of the collectibles unlocked. I had literally like $70 million in the bank. Was given every weapon. And it seemed like a nice hand up at first, right? But it made the game boring. Because you didn't have to work for anything. If you wanted something, you just asked or you just bought it. Because you had millions of dollars. And what's really funny is I had decided to quit playing that way. And about 2 weeks later, my account got suspended and reset. Which was fair. I mean, that's, you know. And I justified it in my head because, well, I'm not the one doing it. And I wasn't. It was all stuff that, you know, was just given to me most of the time without me even asking. And, yeah, like I say, I got to the point where it just was boring. And I said, well, I'm not going to do this anymore. And then I got banned and my account got reset. So I had to start over anyway. And I very much enjoyed that better. Especially once they rolled out enhanced. Because then I didn't have to worry about it. I mean, you still have some modders in enhanced, but not like it was back in the day. That's not bad money. That's actually, it's really not bad money, but we're going to do the short one because it's a little bit better. Oh, and that's why, because they're not, damn it. Cancel. Because I'm in the wrong tab again. I've got to buy a truck. Alright, that's not bad money. Can I go that far? I can. Will you get in the truck? Maybe. Here's some quick help. Okay. Sorry, damn it, I hit the wrong key again. Sorry, I got something I thought was an important alert that I needed to check, and it wasn't. It was just junk mail. Junk email. You know, anytime you see anything financial related, like to your banks or credit cards or whatever, you're like, oh, this might be important. Nope, it was just an ad. Alright, it's good money, but we're using the crappy truck, so that's no good. Oh, we're gonna need some food. How are we set? We've got one loaded fry. Go ahead and eat that. We'll go ahead and make this delivery and stop and get some food on the way back. That's what we'll do. With everybody that's doing trucking, I bet whoever owns the arcade is probably making bank, because that's the easiest way to get food. I was kind of counting on that. It didn't do what I wanted. I was hoping it was going to kick my trailer on around for me. Didn't quite get me there. Oh, I don't know. I'm not going to make that. Boom. So one of the disappointing things today, like I said, I got on and played for a little bit before I started streaming, and I actually did have a really good player interaction. I mean, it wasn't a super crazy RP scene or anything like that, but we had a great interaction. And I was trying so hard to get my streaming started to at least catch some of that, but I just couldn't. And it was important to me to play out the scene, even though it's just, I mean, it was a conversation, but it was a conversation between two of us in character. It was more important to me to do that than to get the stream started. I'm just not talented enough to have multitask past that. Yeah. So unfortunately, you guys missed it. I wasn't even recording it either, which was a bummer. See, and I know you can upgrade it. This is the truck I'm eligible to buy, and damn, it's slow. I'm gonna have to think about that. It's little details like that that I really enjoy in a lot of these servers. But I don't know if it picked up on stream. I ran over a rumble strip and you heard the tires do it. I think that's neat. That's not nice. And I thought really hard about giving Casey a gruffer voice, and I just decided at the end of the day he kind of needs to use mine to make him a little. I'm gonna be on him a lot, and voice work, when you start doing character work, you need breaks, and if he's gonna be my grind character. And I say you, I mean, I know there's people that do it, and they're obviously more talented and better at it than I am. But I don't think I could sit here and talk in a overly gravelly voice or a high-pitched voice or whatever for hours on end. Maybe. Then on the other hand, I have watched some videos of people who I think are very good RP players, and they don't change their voice. But there's one in particular I like that he has a criminal character and a cop character, and while their motivations are different and they have some other different stuff, but he doesn't change his voice at all for it, but it still works. Get up the hill. Might have to get out and push. I am not stopping. Look out. We're gonna have the same issue going up here. Let's see if we can get some speed. There we go. Of course, no, get out of the way. Asshole. Yep, there it goes. Uh-oh. Did I hit something? I did. Oh shit. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Well, now I did it. I don't know how to fix this. Holy crap. Do that again. I need that car behind me to get out of the way. Dude, I need you to move. There's not shit I can do while I'm stuck on you. Thank you. And now I lost the trailer. God damn it. Get out of the way, dude. Fuck. It's a good thing I don't have a gun on me. I'd start shooting locals. Alright, everybody get the fuck out of the way. Move. Move, you stupid piece of... Shut up! Get out of my way! Trying to get my truck out of your way. Can I make that turn? Yes. Go, 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 go. Come on, truck. Come on, truck. Come on, truck. Let's go, let's go, let's go up the hill. Let's go. Fucking hell. I'm gonna have to remember to this route check and maybe go around. Good lord. We're about to lose it again. What can we do? Zigzag maybe? I'm beginning to figure out when they're well panned, there's usually a catch. know if that's helping me any or not. I'm not stopping. Guess I should have honked earlier. That's probably a bad idea, going down this hill in this truck. Maybe I can make it now. All right, catching some air on that one. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Pick the inside line. Seriously, where the hell are we going? I should have just gone around. Oops. What? Yeah. Where are you taking me? Huh. Is this thing even gonna fit through the bridge? Maybe. I should probably delete that YouTube one. It started, and it made a very low quality couple of minutes. Whatever. We'll figure it out. That's okay. Bonus material. Which exclusive? Old man drives truck. Good times. Where in the hell are we going? Didn't even plan on hitting my mouse to look around there, but popped it with my drink bottle. Okay. Up the hill you go. Seriously, this is what we did. Lesson learned. Look at the map. It might have been longer distance-wise, but it would have been so much easier going around the mountain instead of having to go over it. And why am I in trouble? Or am I? I just flashed, but I'm just dropping off the stuff. Probably much farther back than I needed to be, but that's okay. Let's see if it'll register or not. Yep. See how the mini map in the bottom left corner is flashing red and green? I have no idea what that means, but I'm assuming it's bad. I would assume that means I got cops coming to get me. Except there aren't any online. I don't know. I'll have to ask somebody about that. Over here we go. Oh, I'm back. No, I'm not going back that way. Knock it off. But let's pause before we go over there. And what? We try that for a little while. What I was doing was changing the music that I'm listening to. As my playlist ended and I didn't want it to start over, I wanted something different. On a Friday night, the fit just right, and the radio on. We're going this way. Why in the heck we didn't come back this way, I don't understand. For that matter, I could have gone all the way down to, what's it called? That ocean highway over there. What was that? I need to start paying attention to the loads too, because that one sucked. I don't remember what that was. Army water train? No. I don't know. I gotta pay attention. Ooh, Quadratech spam. If you know what Quadratech is, if you know, you know. You wonder what I'm talking. Notification, right? Quadratech is they supply parts mostly for Jeeps for, you know, those of us that like to upgrade them or break them and repair them, or, you know, just make generally poor financial decisions in general because we bought a Jeep. Yeah, that's what Quadratech's for. Lovely. How are we on gas? 57%. Okay, we're fine. We can make it back. There sure are a lot of those little two-door things in this city. Pantos, I think they're called. They're cute, they're funny, I get it, but man, there are a lot of them. I mean, there's another one. Out of the way.
Shit, mate.
I wonder if there's anything to do
What the?
in the cemetery. I know some servers have a grave digging script. I don't know about this one. Uh-huh. I was about to say something, but I'm going to jinx myself if I do, so I'm going to wait and say it in a minute. But, nope, not going to say it. I'm going to jinx myself. Just hang on, just wait. It's a major, not major, totally not a big deal, major announcement. No, it's not major at all, but, wait, no. See, told you, I jinxed myself. What I was going to say, major accomplishment, I managed to get from where we dropped the trailer off all the way back to the depot without having to turn on the map. The, the purple line or whatever. And we're still going to make it now, but I second-guessed myself at that turn when I looked around. I guess you noticed that. But we got it now. We there. So. Yeah, yep. Beep, beep. I think we're going to do... I don't know. I probably have another 30 or 40 minutes before I have to get off, so we'll see how many more jobs we can get done in that time. Because we got to stop and get some food on the way home to the depot. Yeah.
Dirtbag!
I'm not a dirtbag, you're a dirtbag. The problem with that other character I'm developing is he really needs people. Because he's not going to do trucking. He's not going to go grind for a job. So the only way he's really fun to play is when there's people around that he can annoy, and more importantly, that can just pick on him. That's what he's for, really. Or one of the things I want him to be is for creating some fun moments. And I don't mean like trolling or being an asshole to people. I mean creating some fun moments. That's okay money. That's a little bit better money. That's crap money. That's okay money, but I think it's farther than I can go. This is another one of those. Let's do it anyway. Another one where the money's high, so there's going to be some catch. I swear I hit G there. I swear I did. Yeah, I guess I fat-fingered it. Oops. Oops. That trailer is still sitting down there. That is weird. Maybe that's just... I don't know. I don't know. Oh my goodness gracious. We did loaded fries last time. Let's do some wings this time. Why not? We'll get 3 of those. Move our E. colas up there. You know what? We're pretty hungry. Let's go ahead and get another one. And another one of those too. And we'll see what that does for us. There I go. Talking slow and low and mumbling. I should bookmark this spot. And come back and check on it. And see how it sounded. Close enough. Let's go. Thanks, my man. Delicious. And major props to whoever it is that owns this arcade, because they keep stocking it. Like, it seems like every day I see a notification they've stocked it, and that's awesome. They gotta be making bank with it. No, that time I know I hit F again. Didn't mean to. That's how I know it. Alright, where are we going, Casey? We are going... Okay, that's fine. This one's easy. Oh. That's another one. I have a... I mean, it's just a basic mic setup, right? It's not, like... fancy. But this mic arm just really is garbage. I mean, and I don't, you know, you can buy it for like 10, 15 bucks. If it's set it and not ever moving, it's fine. But first of all, I need something low profile, I think, because I want to change my monitors around a little bit. But, you know, for my back health, I move and I shift, and I need to be able to move the mic with me when I do that. And this stand for, and you'll hear it. Usually I mic the mic so you don't hear it, but if I forget, you'll hear it. You'll hear the springs go twang, wang, 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 right? Shoot, I could tap on the desk right now and you'll hear it. The isolation in it sucks too. And I don't think it's meant to be moved. I think it's meant to pick your spot, tighten it up, and leave it there. So, to say it sucks, maybe that's not fair. Maybe I'm expecting too much out of a cheap mic stand. Arm. I'm just a snob because I'm used to more expensive stuff and I'm trying not to spend that kind of money. But in this case, I think I'm gonna want to buy a nice one. There's a guy that he's not too far away from me. I say it's a guy, I don't even know that. There's a person that's got one listed on Marketplace. It's a road arm. It's just not quite the style I want. It's not a low profile. But I might get it from him anyway if I can figure out how to make it work. That's not for me, is it? No. He needs to come down on the price of it. And that's not fair. He's probably going to price reasonably. If it's like brand new in the box. And it might be, I don't know. If it's not, I would say he's probably a little high. And I know different people are different ways, and a lot of times it also depends on the item that you're selling, right? But do a little research on your listings. If you can't figure it out, a good place to start on any used item is generally half, right? If you paid $100 for something, start at 50. And be really honest with yourself on what kind of condition it's in. Because if it's in great, excellent condition, yes, you can charge more. If it shows normal wear and tear, usually somewhere around that half mark is probably about right. Or if it's more than normal wear and tear, which if you think it shows normal wear and tear, ask somebody else first, right? Because I've seen so much stuff like that where people are like, oh, yeah, they're just normal use. And it's been beat to hell. You need to charge less. And I think if you're honest about it, you'll tend to encourage more buyers, potential buyers, to be honest about it. That makes for easier, smoother transactions, right? I've got some shocks I'm trying to sell right now on Marketplace. And I am having a hard time with it. I've got them listed dirt cheap. They're like 25 bucks a shock, which is dirt cheap. And it actually may be too cheap. That may be why they're not selling. But the problem is everybody wants to know how many miles are on them. And the answer I can give to that is I don't know, because they're used shocks. They were not used on my vehicle. I bought them for a purpose, and my understanding is that they've got about 5,000 miles on them, but I can't prove it. I don't know that. Anyway, we ended up going a different direction and not using them, and at this point, I'm just trying to get them out of my garage. So I listed them cheap, but they're still sitting there, which is okay for now. And the funny thing about that goes back to that rant I was just having about listing your stuff accurately. They're in great shape. We did use them for about 2 weeks and probably put, it wasn't a lot, maybe 50 miles on them. And they ride great. For their purpose, they are almost, I mean, here's the deal. We were lifting a Jeep and I thought we were just going to do a little bit of a lift, which these shocks would have fit fine for. But we ended up doing a little bit bigger lift, so we needed longer shocks. And then I happened to do a good sale on new ones, so I just went that route instead. And now I've got this used set that's a little too short for anything that we could use that needs to go bye-bye. There you go, more about Squeeze than you ever wanted to know. Yawny McYawn face. Alrighty, I think we're going to take a little short break. I need some more water, and I could use a little pee break too. So let's let Casey do that one again, or something different. I don't know. Let's see. Let's let him do yoga in the corner. No, if somebody sees that, they might. We'll do that one. All right, I'll be right back. Okay. You can stop doing that. I guess I could get out of the emotes menu when I do that too. What the devil even know? That might be a fun side to start developing into Casey, now that I'm thinking about it. He might have the devil inside him that he's fighting to keep there. I'll have to think about that. Alright, what do we got? Oh, that's good money. Which means there's going to be something wrong with it. Let's go find out what it is. Oh, somebody's here. And a custom truck, too. Let's go say hi. Dude, was that your truck?
Yep. What?
That is one sick-looking ride, man.
Thanks.
Sorry, I just saw it and wanted to come comment.
It's all good.
Alright, we got our load. Let's get an idea of where we're going this time. Oh, way the hell up. Okay. That'll be nice and easy. I hope. Maybe we can even set the cruise control for a little while. I need to go buy some green apples or something. I am extra saliva-y. And actually I say that, I don't know if that'd make it better or worse. Here comes a train. We're going to beat it. No problem. I'm going to think about that a little more. Maybe I can come up with some sort of... Let me think about that. Casey's got the devil in him trying to get at, and I don't mean literal devil. I mean... He's trying, I mean... I guess a boring way of saying it is he's got bad habits he's trying to avoid, right? But how can we make that a bit more exciting and fun? I'll put some thought into that later. Because it's kind of easy to add that in, because his backstory is he came up in Vice City. And he's a little young for, like, if you ever watched that old TV show, Miami Vice, that was a great show. He would have watched that and thought that would be a great life, right? But not the cops in the show, the smugglers in the show. See that? Turn away to get a sip of water and right off the bat. Ugh. That's just annoying, and I don't know what makes it stop. Because I set my cruise control, life was good, and it, like, literally, I didn't touch anything. I kind of wonder if, like, maybe it's because your vehicle can't maintain that speed, so it kicks it off, maybe. Because now it's doing it just fine. That's my guess. There goes a player. I wonder if that's Grift or somebody else. No! Made me take off my cruise control, jerk. And we lost speed going up this hill, so that sucks. Over and around we go. And I don't know, and neither does Casey, obviously, since I don't know, but the lore, apparently Rex's Diner no longer exists here. But I don't know why, so. You're in my way, Mr. Security Guard. Oh man, I gotta back into that. Okay. Yeah. See if that gives me enough of an angle to kick it back in there. Maybe. Yeah. There's not anything explodey over here, is there? Damn it. Come on, make the turn, make the turn, make the turn. Thank you. There we go. I thought about going down there and exploring, but we'll save that for another time. You know what, let's play with that cruise control thing again. 60 miles an hour. 58, close enough. Close enough. Yeah, see, now it's staying on just fine. I really think it has something to do with maybe it can't maintain the speed you think you were doing or trying to do, and that's why it kicks off. That was me. I did that. But that's okay. I'm gonna have to figure out something to do too in my space here. In my room that I'm in. The afternoon sun is starting to hit the back wall, and it is really warming this up. I mean, the rest of the house is comfortable. And I mean, I've got, you know, well, I've got blinds and curtains on that window. It's just, I think the sun beating against that wall. I have to think about that. Oh my goodness gracious. One of the other things I need to train myself to do for whatever reason, and I think it's opposite from a lot of people, but the louder my head, and maybe not, maybe it's the same, I forgot a term, maybe it's the same with most people, but the louder my headphones are, the quieter I tend to speak. And I feel like maybe I need to train myself out of that to try to be a bit more consistent for you guys. And if all else fails, all things can be overcome with good software. I have screwed up. Where am I going? I missed a... We're okay, but I missed a turn. No, I really didn't. Because I would have come out here anyway. I just usually take a different road. We're good. my gosh, I can't stop yawning. Which I guess makes sense. I stayed up really late last night. And I slept a little late, but not super late, like maybe an hour later than I normally do. But I also stayed up like seriously, it was like 4 hours, well, 3 hours later than I normally do. But I think I got one more in me. Might yawn a little bit. It'll be okay. Okay. Okay, so we have, what do we have in the bank? 146,000 in the bank. That's good. All right, we've got, oh, that's terrible. That's not awful money. I'm not doing that Army water supply. That sucked. Maybe another time, but not now. That's too far. All right, we're going to try the Naval Articles trailer. I mean, it's good money. I just need to remember to go a different way if it's to the same place. Okay. I don't know, I'm starting to get a second wind. Maybe I need, who's coughing? Security guard? Brother. Quit smoking those unfiltered cigarettes, man. That'll help you out. Same thing. And I'm blocking up the road, but that's okay real quick. Where are we going? Alright, that'll be fun. That's another reason I'm really excited for when my new keyboard gets here. Is I have some ideas on how I want to reorganize my keybinds. And, well, you could do it on your old keyboard. I could, but the new one has more, it's got some hotkeys and stuff. And my hope is to be able to use those for streaming. We'll have to see how it all works out. I just didn't want to do it on this keyboard because it's laid out a little different, and things that I thought I might want on this one, I may not want them that way on the new one. I'm not talking about actual keys. I'm talking about some of the, like the hotkeys and I've been slowly adding. I'll be curious to see how that, when I said slowly, right there comes out. The noise reduction is messing with me a little bit. I'll be curious to see, I was talking about the mouse, that's what I was talking about. So I've been slowly adding keybinds to my mouse because you've only got so many options, right? So I've been really thinking about what I use the most, what needs to be on the mouse. Like push to talk is on there, and that's great. That's super easy, right there in the middle. I've also got, it's actually, you know, it's one of those switches that you can push down or push to the left or push to the right. Well, push down is what allows Casey or whatever character I'm playing to talk. Push to the right I'm using for the radio. And I still have an option for the, I'm sorry, to the left. The other way I have an option for. And I'm kind of thinking I might set that up to change between whispering, talking normally, and shouting. But I haven't decided yet, because I don't do a ton of that yet. We might. That was a close bridge. That's funny. I actually meant to stop for that light and didn't. It's okay. Oh no, don't hit me. You both hit me. Which was totally my fault. Oh. What time is it? Okay, I'm gonna have to pause for a short minute or two. Let's see if I can get this truck back real quick first. Oops. Dude stepped out right in front of me. What do you want me to do? I'm just having fun now playing with the red lights. Because I got a couple of scenarios in my head for when I inevitably get pulled over for running them. You know, the brakes don't work, the brakes faded. Something. Is this where I want to go? Maybe. Was that bridge I had a hard time under? Maybe. All right, there's the public law office. So I think what we're doing is going up to the next street and turning left. Yeah. Ugh, there's another one of those big yawn. I did this wrong. No, we're good. We're all right. Doesn't matter anyway. I got plenty of gas if I screw it up. Now I screwed it up. Totally legit and legal U-turn. Totally not running that red light. I should have turned here. There we go. Hello, how are you? Totally not the lyrics to that song, but... that was a crazy time. That's, Nirvana, Smells Like Teen Spirit, which was their big breakout hit, right? And whatever year that was. And that was kind of crazy because we got away from big hair metal like Poison, to some extent Guns N' Roses, just to name a couple. And all of a sudden, here are these guys with this raw, angry sound that just don't give a shit. And It was amazing. Literally transformed popular music almost overnight. I mean, I know the Seattle scene didn't develop overnight, and especially if you get into it, you'll find some really good bands that were around leading up to, before, whatever word you want to use, Nirvana. Several of which that were around with Nirvana also kind of came up, you know. But there was this whole scene there. Nirvana captured Lightning in a Bottle. Several others followed, and today we still have Dave Grohl and Foo Fighters as a result of all of that. Good stuff. I don't know why I keep deciding I have to drive in here to put this thing away. I don't. But that's okay. Okay, what? Yeah, I need to go. This is not even going to be a long break. This is just for a second. Give me half a second. Okay, much better. No, the deal is one of my children will be coming home soon, and I needed to unlock the door for them. Or, you know, lock them out. That'd be okay. No, it wouldn't. That's not nice. I don't really want to go that far. What do we got a little closer? No. Yeah, no. That's okay money. We might do that one. Let's do that one. I thought I saw headlights. Oh, yeah. Hey, how you doing?
Fine.
Making any decent money?
Yep.
Cool, cool.
I'm level 24. It's trucking.
Yeah, I think you and I talked the other day, because you're on the leaderboard still, right?
I'm number 4 now.
Wow, okay. Wow, you must really like driving.
Yeah. And
Cool.
it makes good money.
It does make good money. Well, speaking of which, I think I'm going to try to do a couple more before I have to fly out.
I think best
Cool.
maybe was 32K one trip.
32K a trip?
Yeah, long trip and is illegal stuff.
Damn, that's good money, man. Yeah, I'm down at like I'm fighting for these $7,000 and $8,000 jobs, but I'll get there.
Yep. Do you have that distance maximum? Or?
Yeah, gotcha. Hey, well then since you know a lot about it, let me ask you. I've been working more on distance. You think that's probably the right way to go?
Yes. You get best money for those long distance.
All right, cool. Well, that's what I'm working towards.
Yeah, try to get that maximum and
Cool.
then maybe illegal or that different kind of material. So.
Cool. All right, well, I'm going to get back to it, but I'll catch up with you after a while.
Okay.
Okay, that's kind of what I figured. And let me do this. Okay, I'm back. One of the children got home. So, chatting with him a little bit. Oh, stretch that back out. That kind of, this is why I keep shaking my mouse. When I'm driving the truck in particular, let's go to first person and try that. I like that high view on the third person, and it keeps resetting down. I wonder if there's a setting I can do to mess with that. I'm not sure. How far are we going? I didn't even look at the map on this one. And that's one of the things he wanted to talk to me about was what are we doing tonight? Because I was kind of thinking I might play some, maybe, other than trucking. And if I do, I may or may not stream. But on the other hand, we've got that desk supposedly coming in. So I might be putting together furniture instead. I don't know. We'll see. Got that a little tight. It'll be okay. Okay, I've been up here for a couple of drop-offs, but this is a new location, so we'll see what that looks like. I need to explore up here some more. I bet there's some good stuff up here somewhere. Or maybe not. I don't know. You don't know what you don't know. I'm just thinking all this machinery and stuff I find in dumpsters, maybe I'll find something good around here somewhere. Am I going back there? I guess so. What does that look like? We might need to get out and walk it. Maybe I have done this before. This turnaround feels familiar. Let's be stupid. Oh, there's a gate there. Let's be stupid and crash through. That ain't gonna work. That's what you get for being stupid. And now we're stuck. Yep. All right, so we've got to back into that. Huh. No problem. Little problem. Oh, there's the easy way to do it. Okay. Come on, make the turn. How are we going to get there? Like this? We need to try to make a mental note of this for next time. Because I should be able to come in here and turn this way and be lined up. Glad that was that and not that fuel tank. Missed. I really do. I kind of want to explore up here a little bit, but maybe another time. Maybe. All right, nothing good around here. I just can't help but think there might be some fun stuff hidden around here. Could be totally wrong. I don't know. I don't know this server, so I don't know. I just have a... It just looks inviting for somebody that might want to steal some shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, we'll come back when we're not on company time. Almost pulled it off. Almost. I'm still trying to figure out how you drive on a keyboard without looking like you're drunk driving. I mean, it doesn't help I'm running off-road. That's not what I'm talking about. It's, you know, you either you just tap a key and it's crazy. So, at least I am. I'm constantly tapping A and D to go in a straight line. Alright, I don't hate this truck. 88 miles an hour. In a 60 mile an hour zone. That won't get me in trouble at all. Oh, wait, is that my exit? Guess I ought to use my mirrors. Oops. Okay. Out of the way. Oh, yeah, I hear you. And I really do want to stream like most of the development and all. I'm mostly using these streams to figure out streaming. And I get it, it's not super entertaining. Driving a truck back and forth over and over and over. But it does give me an opportunity to assess the back end. So that way, when I do have the player interactions, I can really focus more on them. You know what I mean? Maybe. All right, and with that, Casey gets something to drink. I think I'm gonna call it. So, the family is starting to get home, and family time comes first. Doesn't mean I won't ever play in the evenings, but tonight I think we'll give up. That trailer is still sitting there. I am so confused by that. You know what? Before we sign off, let's might find something good. Nope. I don't know what kind of cooldown those have on them. I imagine it must be fairly... There's some rubber. Fairly decent though, otherwise you could just farm them over and over and over. And that wouldn't be cool. Alright, Casey, why don't we... Ooh, scaffolding. Can you get on it? No, not really. Here, why don't you, enjoy that one for a minute. Oh, his clothes are broken on his shirt, his arms. All right, but I'm going to call it there. I think I'm done. So, yeah. If anybody happened to be watching this, I hope you sure enjoyed it. I sure did. And, I do want to do that to test my... Well, I thought I was. Interesting. Turn that off for now. That works. All right. Well, now I'm officially done. I hope y'all have a great evening, night, day, whatever time it is, wherever you are. And I might do a short stream tonight, but probably not. We'll probably be back on, give or take, about the same time tomorrow. Have a great one.